after the
Yeah.
crawl. So we'll have art in our shop for a week.
Correct.
And I'm planning on stopping for a few minutes and just, you know, because you run all day long and you forget and you forget that there's more to life than running and working. But art is an important thing.
That's what we're hoping everybody will take a little bit of time, you know, within those hours, they'll take a little bit of time in each place and get a feel for each business. There'll be 11 businesses total. And it's very doable in that time period between 4 and 7 without being rushed. And we really thought about that when we planned the time. So people can take their time, appreciate the art, and just like talk and, you know, have some drinks and have fun. By the time we get to Grit and Grace and just round it out.
Do you know how many of the shops decided to do a wine pour?
I don't know. I think most of them are.
Okay.
But I don't have that information available.
Yeah, I know we are.
There should be plenty of that. I think.
Yeah. There should be lots at the press.
Yeah, I'd say so. I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But we are.
Yeah. Well, I know I am, so there's at least 3 of us, you know,
Right.
Wes, you and me,
Yeah, right.
and 4.
Yeah.
So, how did you get the artist? How did you just say, hey, through the grapevine? Did you advertise? Or are you just doing some of your already vendor artists? Or how are we doing that?
We just approached the artists we already knew. I also sent out a email. I had to do an artist memo each month, so I have all their email addresses, so I sent out a memo as well. And then each one of them that came in, I just talked to them directly to see if they'd like to be involved. I think we probably did the same.
Yeah, she obviously has a lot more contact with specifically with artists than we do, but we have a few in the store, so we contacted them. And then we had a couple people too that just had come into the store. We talked to them about it, and so they were actually interested as well.
So you didn't have a hard time getting enough artists?
At first, yes, just because personal things and we had just come off a show.
Right.
Film Noir was kind of big, so everybody brought and made stuff, so it's like coming right after that. It took a little while, so they extended the due date to October 30th, and that gave us a little bit more time to get the artists involved in there. Yeah.
And it's the first time we've ever done it.
It's the first time we've ever done it, so it'll grow. It'll grow.
Yeah.
It'll be next year. There'll be a waiting list.
Probably.
I hope so.
Probably, yeah. They'll be okay. Some of them will probably put their name in and say, "I want to be here next year."
Yeah, half the battle when you start anything new is nobody really knows what it is. You go out and do a show like this, you send out an email, you can put the event on Facebook, but there's still that like, what is an art crawl? Like, so once it gets going and everybody knows what it is, it'll continue to grow.
I think Cleveland's kind of getting. You can kind of feel that Cleveland's ready to head in that direction.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a lot going on. There's the Artists Here partnership,
Right.
Exactly.
and then your studio, and I love having your studio across there. It just makes me warm and fuzzy.
Oh, thank you.
I don't ever get over there, but you know how it is
we're
being
all busy working. You know, like we always want to come visit each other, but hey, we're busy. That's all right.
Yeah. I'll be open on the Sunday and Monday on the Small Business Saturday weekend event that they're doing with the punch card. So I'm going to be there Sunday and Monday. And normally during the fall and winter, I'm not open on Mondays, and I'm not open on Sundays ever, usually.
Yeah, us too.
So I'll be there. So hopefully maybe you guys can swing over and see.
Sure. Definitely.
But yeah, I'd like to go to other shows, and I'm kind of excited. Maybe I'll get my husband out for Sunday afternoon. Let's go, because he hasn't been there, and he works too hard on the farm, and so I'm going to kidnap you for a date, honey, if you're listening.
That'd be good.
Yeah, but so we get artists, and so how many do we have? Do we know? We have 11 spots.
Yeah, do you know?
But I have two.
I don't know the number yet either, because the submissions were handled by Andrea.
Yeah,
they all did online, so I don't know exactly how many actually.
I know I got 2 because she gave me 2 names.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I have no idea what they have, but
Yeah, that's how we
hopefully
are.
it's outside the box, because I like outside the box,
Yeah.
but some of my customers are kind of, some of them are older and they don't get outside the box very much. So some of the stuff that we've put in the shop, some of the challenges and stuff has been a little bit, well, why would you do that? But we're getting them a little bit more artsy.
Yeah, that's what we're doing over there. It's like
Yeah.
we inject with just sprinkle a little bit of like, things that they're not normally used to seeing. But that's our job.
Get them a little
Really,
uncomfortable, right?
you gotta
Yeah.
get them a
Yeah.
little uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Well, art is very, very, very big. So are we doing just wall art?
I'm
Or
not
do we
sure.
know?
We left it open to
Yeah.
sculpture. We left it open to.
One of our potters,
Mhm.
she's participating as well.
Okay,
We'll
so
have
it won't
pottery.
be just wall art.
Right.
So that'll be cool. Maybe one of mine's not just wall art.
Yeah.
Well, our stained glass window maker's going to be a part of it too. So it's sort of wall art, window art, I guess we call that. She's got a Santa Claus piece.
That'd be
That's going to
cool.
be a free to fly.
Well, that'll be
Yeah.
pretty,
Yeah,
yeah.
it will
So
be.
Free to Fly is, that's right,
Mhm.
Free to Fly is participating. So we'll how much more? Till the bottom of the hour. We got about 2 more minutes before the halfway point. Did you have any artists that just were so shy they said they couldn't do it?
No.
Because
Yeah.
I have had that problem with artists saying, I can't be on your show because they're so shy.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I understand that because it's like a visual thing, and the artist can put it there and just be there and not even have to really talk if they don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
But the show here sometimes is intimidating to them. But a lot of times, I guess the artists need to realize that they really are artists and be
Confident in that.
confident in their art.
Yeah, that's what we strive to do over there as far as building confidence in not just established artists, but also emerging artists as well, by having them participate in the artist discussions that we have during solo artist shows. Even if they don't feel comfortable getting up and talking in front of people, just seeing the interaction with myself interviewing the artist and talking. Eventually, after being there a few times, they'll raise their hand and ask the question, and I'm always like, "Yay!
All right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're talking," because they'll cute. Yeah, like the walls come down. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
sure.
a more
Yeah.
intimate setting where we're sitting and talking the way we're talking now, and they're coming out of their shell, and it's really great.
Well, you're doing really wonderful because last time you were so
Oh my gosh,
afraid.
she was so
You come in and you're like,
up halfway through. In my
Yeah, you-
defense.
yeah, you
But
did.
It's just the very beginning. I was like, I
Yeah.
always had a fear of public.
Of course, knowing me, yeah, I'm not. I don't bite.
Yeah.
So
Well, we should probably talk about the details of the tickets and.
Oh, yeah.
we will. We'll do that
Okay.
after we
Okay.
come back after the bottom of the
Oh,
hour.
okay.
But I know. Is Brandon going to have his stuff in?
Brandon?
I mean,
Isaiah?
Isaiah.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
most likely.
Sorry about
yes.
that.
Yeah. He's somewhere. I'm not sure where he's going to be. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's at your place or what. I mean, his art will be in our store, of course.
And then something
Yeah.
special. Is he
Yeah.
doing something special?
I haven't talked to him. I'm not sure.
Do you know if the artists are doing something and they're going to unveil them at the art crawl or?
I have not a clue.
Well, that would be
It's
neat.
all
You're-
just this big surprise. Like even for the
We supplied the artist and said go. So,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah.
So that would be that would be cool if somebody had something
would
like
be,
they unveiled
yeah.
and put it. That's the first time it's been seen anywhere.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
is a cool idea. We'll probably keep that in mind for next year.
Say, hey, so and so's going to have an unveiling.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good idea. Mhm.
Well, I'm going to let Radio Vixen take it away for our bottom of the hour.
Okay.
Have at it, my friend.
Reaper Arsenal South is now here in Benton, Tennessee. Firearms and accessories, ammo, optics, individual gun parts, and yes, even gun wrap. We've got all the quality products you're looking for. Restoring, enhancing, and customizing handguns, rifles, and shotguns is not just a craft, but here at Reaper Arsenal, a mission. Reaper Arsenal South is ready to help you put together that firearm project you've been thinking about, whether it's a full-blown custom gun, just a small custom addition to your existing firearm, or a complete rebuild restoration of the air.
Oh, I saw it on
We're open
video.
Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and located at 6056 411 right here in Benton, Tennessee. We're veteran-owned, and whether it's your first handgun or your 100th rifle, here at Reaper Arsenal South, our knowledgeable sales staff will work with you to find just what you're looking for. And we won't provide BS just a sale. We also carry a complete line of Reaper Arsenal accessories, from t-shirts and hats to stickers and patches. And if you're a military, veteran, or a first responder, we offer a 10% discount. So stop in and check out Reaper Arsenal South today, or give us a call at 423-544-3779. That's 423-544-3779. For all your firearm and accessory needs, Reaper Arsenal South. We got your six.
Yes, who is it?
Hi, I'm Bubba, and that there's my truck. Randy down at the hardware store said you was looking for a fence.
Well, yes, we're actually interested in a dog enclosure for our backyard. Something attractive yet functional that perhaps adds value to our home as well.
Oh, yes, ma'am, that's right up our alley. I got this new design made from chicken wire and old logs, and it looks real natural. You can hardly see it from the street. We can throw it up for you in about 2 hours.
Well, I don't know. We were thinking of a composite stone fence.
Sure, that's no problem. We can do that for you. Have you got a picture of it? Anyhow, we're going to get her done right tonight. How does $6,000 sound to you?
Well, I don't know.
If that's too much, we got us a sale going on right now. Hey, Nadine, how much is that sale price? That's Nadine there in the truck. She's our market manager. Really? Wow, it's only $299.95. You can even give us a check. Just make it out to cash. Now, come on, ma'am. That's a fair price, and we'll do it right now for you. Nadine, now you get back here. Now, you know that's not my truck. Nadine.
Don't use some guy in a truck for your fencing needs. Benefield Fence Company has the experience, equipment, and integrity to get the job done right at a fair price. At Benefield Fence Company, we offer nearly every type and style of fence to meet your fencing needs. So if you're looking for security, safety for your family and pets, or to define your property, we can help by adding one of our beautiful fences and adding value to your home. Benefield Fence Company is fully licensed, and we carry $1 million of liability insurance so you can be assured of a safe and quality installation. No warranty is any better than those who stand behind it, and here at Benefield Fence Company, we will be there for you. We use only industry standard products, and all our fences are guaranteed for material and workmanship. Our aluminum fences carry a limited lifetime warranty. So forget Bubba and his truck. Give Benefield Fence Company a call for a free quote today at 423-790-9585. That's 423-790-9585.
Dang it, Nadine. I told you we should have went for $99.
Benefield Fence Company. Building peace of mind.
We're here today at Nubby's Blue Collar Barbecue. Tell me, sir, can you describe the flavor of Nubby's brisket? Perhaps you, madam, tell us what it's like to eat here at Nubby's. Ma'am? How about you, young man? Well, there you have it. There are no words to describe the smoky deliciousness of Nubby's Blue Collar Barbecue.
Nubby's Blue Collar Barbecue is a mobile operation, and you can catch us on Wednesdays from 2 p.m. to 6 in the Tractor Supply parking lot. And we're available for catering any event from corporate to weddings to parties of any kind. To keep up with our scheduling from week to week or to hook up with some catering, just give us a call at 423-635-1630. That's 423-635-1630. Or heck, just find us on Facebook. Nubby's Blue Collar Barbecue. It's
Well, welcome back. We're glad you came back after the bottom of the hour. And we're here with Brandon with Grit and Grace and Beth with Hetzel Art Studios. But first, what do we do after the bottom of the hour?
Craft tip.
Craft tip. Yeah, weekly craft tip. Now this one is a long one, so if you want the details, you'll have to contact me and I'll either email it to you or you can come to the shop and I'll print you it out. But how many of you have been working with hot glue and dropped it on a piece of fabric and didn't want the hot glue anymore? So you can remove the hot glue from fabric. It does take some patience, so you can't get it done in like 5 minutes, and it's simple. In order to remove the hot glue from fabric, you follow 3 simple steps. The 3 steps tell you exactly how to remove the hot glue from the fabric with minimal damage to the fabric.
Can I guess what it is?
But you can guess, and then I'll tell
Can
you.
we guess?
Can you guess?
Okay, do you have to reheat the fabric somehow? Put it in the oven?
Nope.
To-
Nope.
Okay.
Do you put something over it in a hot iron with
Nope.
steam?
Nope.
Are we anywhere close?
No.
Oh,
Okay, you'll be
Okay.
surprised. Okay, first of all, don't touch the hot glue drop on your fabric, because if you squish it, then it'll squish it down into the fabric,
Right.
and it'll be harder to get out. But especially the thin cottons or thin stuff, it'll tend to soak down in it, and it's hard to get it out. Okay, first of all, opposite of hot. You place your project with the spilled glue in the freezer. Yes. So you
Really?
take whatever, if you have your dress on and you spill it on your dress, take your dress off, put it in the freezer.
just do it.
This lets the glue to dry extra fast, and that makes sure it's really hard. And it takes about 20 minutes. Put it in there about 20 minutes to an hour, depending on the thickness or the temperature of the spill or whatever. And if you spill a whole bunch on there, it'll take longer, of course. And it cools it way down, makes it really hard, and then all you have to do, you have to peel the glue from your project, but you have to be really, really careful of it. And if you have something like chiffon or netting or something like that, it's going to be really hard. You've got to be very patient with peeling it away. But once it's cold in the freezer, you can
Okay.
just peel it away.
I
Huh.
would not have guessed that.
Yeah,
No.
y'all guessed the
We're
hot,
the opposite.
the opposite.
Melt it so that it would
Remelts it
come
and
off.
right. But if you put it in the freezer, it hardens it real hard and hardens it fast, so it's less sticking to the
Doesn't seep in as much.
right.
You just
And
rip
then
your clothes off, throw them in the freezer as fast as possible.
Yeah. And
Like
when
a fun
and
night,
then when your
doesn't it?
spouse comes in and says, "What are you doing?" My clothes are in the freezer. So that would be, yeah, and they could say, well, I spilled hot glue, and,
Yeah.
So if you need it, it's a long, it's a paragraph, so if you need it, you can just contact me at the shop, and I'll either email it to you, or you can come in and I'll print it out for you. If you just can't remember it, or you didn't write that fast, 'cause I know So he's gonna have nightmares tonight about spilling hot glue on himself, right? Yes.
Yeah. And then being naked in front of a class. It always morphs into that.
Stand in front of a
before you-
freezer.
Well, wait a
It is
minute, isn't
cold.
it you're supposed to imagine the students are naked?
No, in your
Or the
in your
audience.
dream, you have to get up in front on the chalkboard and in your underwear. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
classic dream.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
classic
it is.
dream?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
naked in
it's a
front of
part of
people?
your it's part of your subconscious. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
fear
the
of being
classic,
vulnerable.
Yeah.
I had that dream last night, actually, though I was a nurse still. And I showed up to work in the nude.
See, it's that vulnerability.
You're worried about coming on the radio today, and you were
Yeah.
thinking, oh, man.
No, I wasn't
In front of
worried about
everybody.
I was worried about
Were you?
hurting as bad as I
Were
was.
you?
But I went to the chiropractor, so I feel much better.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Dr. Mark. Thank you. But, yeah, I was very grouchy earlier, and, yeah. I don't know, it was a really weird dream, and I woke up and I go, why did I dream that?
That'd be rough being a nurse, no clothes on,
Yeah.
walking in a hospital.
Well, people kept trying to hand me scrubs. And I said, no, I'm okay. I'm good.
You might be okay. We're not okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it was 2008 since I've been a nurse, so where it came from, I don't know.
Weird. Dreams are weird.
Yeah. It's probably because I watched I watched the History Channel, and they had the World War I videos, and they did them in color.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
watched
And
to
it
do that.
so makes it so real. When you
Yeah.
watch it in color, you're like, oh my goodness, there really were people.
Yeah,
And they really did do that stuff.
yeah.
But when you watch it in black and white, it doesn't affect you emotionally like that did.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
more of a passion,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was really interesting. And the bad thing is the cousins started the World War One and all that bad stuff. So anyway, we digress. But we're going to get back on the here. Cindy Richardson from South Georgia and Marie Arp has joined us. And no questions from anybody yet. But Wanda, if you have a question, yes, you can work the art crawl, or no, you don't have to. You can go on it. So one of the two. And you have any questions over there on your?
No.
Not on your side? No, not yet?
No.
No questions. Okay, they were going to tell us how to get the tickets and what the tickets do and what's the advantage of the ticket and why tickets.
I'll tell how to get the tickets. You can tell what the tickets
Okay,
go
sure.
through and we'll bounce it back and forth like that. The tickets are available, they're e-tickets, they're available at our website. It's on the homepage of our website. It's Hetzel Studios, with the S, hetzelstudios.com. And there's a big art crawl. Press the link that says tickets and more info.
Can you get there from Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah. It's in the
link in the
Facebook event.
The Facebook event, yes.
Okay.
Click on the link that says get tickets or hetzelstudios.com and it'll take you right to the
Is there a limit on the ticket?
No.
Okay. So somebody at the very last minute on
Yes.
on November 14th at noon, they go, oh, I didn't get my tickets. And then they're
Right.
running out the door,
And
or
we
they.
thought of that too. We work with people too who just don't get online very much. So we do have hard tickets available. The hard tickets are available at Hetzel Studios, the gallery at Grit and Grace, and also at Allied Art. Is there anybody else who has
I don't think so.
Yeah. So
So Allied Arts, the partnership,
count.
at the chamber.
Yes,
So at the chamber, you can go and get tickets.
Correct.
So when are the tickets going on sale?
they are on sale right now.
So you can go and get your tickets ahead of time,
Correct.
and
Yeah,
you can have
please
your
do.
day
Yes.
planned out
Yeah.
ahead of time.
But if
And-
not, there will be some available at our place. Are probably the most accessible on the last day.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's
I don't
fair.
think chamber would be open
Yeah.
that day.
So if you do buy your tickets online, or have the hard ticket bought in the store, we are going to have a drawing at the end of the night at Grit and Grace. So you're going to want to hold on to the tickets. You have to print them out. If you get the e-ticket online, you print them out and have that because they will get punched. Not like this, like this.
I gotta get my fancy hole punch out. Yay!
Yeah, and so that will show that you hit the places during the crawl, and then you'll be eligible for those prizes at the end of the crawl.
So who is supplying the prizes?
Allied.
Allied is, yep,
Mhm.
Allied Arts.
Oh,
So
that's
it's a 25, a
It's gift
50, and
certificates,
$100.
$100, yeah. So it's $175 total gift certificate to any retailer of the 11 businesses. It would be your choice.
Oh,
After
okay.
you went to each establishment, if you were to win the gift certificate, you would be like, oh, I would like to spend that at Great. It would be valid at any of the participating
Any of the
businesses,
participating
yes.
ones. So that's a good thing. So when will the list of the participating shops go up?
We should have it.
We'll have
I
that
think we are-
soon, yes. We can
Yeah,
get a little bit
it kept
closer.
getting modified, but right now we have 11. I don't
Right,
think
yeah.
it's changed.
I don't think it
much.
has, yeah. So we'll be getting a map put together that
Yeah,
has kind of an
map.
Oh,
outline of
okay.
Yeah.
everything. We'll get those printed out and available to people, and we're working on some posters as well too. That will be put up around town.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be good.
And each business will also have something outside, whether it's a sandwich board or a poster. A lot of places we're going to have a live musician, something to draw. Like, hey, we're part of the art crawl. Something very noticeable that makes it stand out.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got all kinds of ideas what to do.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah. I got sandwich board, and then I've got my Sunbonnet Sue. She could hold a poster.
Get a chicken costume.
Chicken costume.
Twirly top. Sail, sail.
I could get a clown. I know somebody who dressed up Saturday as a clown. You don't like clowns? I saw that look. I don't either.
Oh, really?
I don't like clowns either.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like a childhood thing.
I mean,
It's like
did you like? Did somebody try?
No,
it was-
no. I went to a circus, and my mom said probably 3, and some clown got in my face and tried to touch me, and I just
And
Freaked
ever
out?
since,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Clowns are kind of freaky.
And I
They
have-
really are.
Connie Dean from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, just joined. Hi, Connie.
Hello, Connie.
Hello, Connie. She said, Connie, you need to come on the show sometime and talk about long arm quilting. So it's on the airwaves. You know you got to come. Anyway, yeah, I don't like clowns either, but make a long story short, the last few hours that I spent with my first husband, we were in clown costumes. And we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
It was on Halloween. And we had gone to a party, and anyway,
Yeah.
it wasn't a good evening.
I would imagine not.
No.
Your
Wow.
story beats my 3-year-old trauma.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of 3-year-old traumas that stayed the whole life.
Yeah.
Do you remember that as a 3-year-old, or you remember the story and it's just
Yeah, I just remember the story.
Okay.
I just. My
It's
mom
crazy
said I had
because, like,
always
I'm, you know, it's weird because you would think that a clown would be scarier than a doll, and I have a fear of Chucky. Yeah. So you know, it's like you get like this really, really scary looking clown, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
You get Chucky in my face, I will scream. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, it's just something that happened in your past somewhere.
Well,
Something
well,
the thing.
actually, yeah, I was a child, and I was at my aunt's house, you know, and my cousins and I and my brother, we were watching a Chucky movie, and I was getting really scared because, I mean, come on, it's a doll,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you know. And
I don't like Chucky.
and they
And I never watched the movies.
They actually bought a Chucky doll, a small, like a miniature Chucky doll. And they literally taped a knife to its hand and set it in the kitchen on the counter.
No wonder she doesn't like Chucky.
I see. I was a child at the time. I really was. I was a child. So we're watching
Yes,
this, and I'm getting really, really scared. And then all of a sudden, one of my cousins asked me, "Hey, can you go get me a drink?" I said, "Yeah." You know, as happy
Oh, that was mean of your cousins.
as happy as I am, and all I know is I turn on the light, and there's the doll, and I just ran screaming. I was like, "Oh my god, no! Go get your own drink." No. So
Well, that makes sense why you're scared of Chucky.
yeah.
Well, you guys are talking about scary clowns. I feel like I need to clarify a little bit. The scary clowns, you know, the ones with the teeth and the knives.
Like
and they do not bother me at all.
Really?
It's the happy ones. It's the ones that are just
Yeah.
overly joyful and the big shoes and the yes.
And that's the one that came up to you when you were
blow the
3.
horns in your face.
Wow.
That's
That's.
I'm like, what
unfortunate
is
then.
wrong with you? Like, you are not normal.
probably plenty. Yeah.
So Beverly Carl has joined us from Alabama, and you need to come up on November the 14th. And you and your husband need to get tickets and come to the art crawl. So stay tuned to hear more about it. And so repeat the website to get the tickets.
It's www.HetzelStudios with the S at the end, .com.
Okay. And the tickets are $20 a person.
Correct.
And what do the tickets go for?
Well, there's the opportunity to look at all the art. We said we'll have wine, we'll have some refreshments, we'll have the dessert, meet the artist at the end. But it's also a way to generate a little money for Allied Arts, and they invest into the community with different art giving art supplies to schools or classes or a lot of different things.
Programs, events, and they're also going to give a grant.
Somebody's giving a grant, but I don't remember who.
Yeah.
There's some kind of grant something.
Yes. Some kind of grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But they do
Yeah.
a lot of things in the
Right.
community with art. So
Exactly.
probably all of the things we mentioned.
okay. So the artists don't make anything from the tickets.
Oh, right. No.
No.
But you guys can support the artist through the art crawl by
Buying the
Buying the-
tickets.
buying the
Yeah.
tickets.
And yeah,
and you support the artist by
by purchasing their
purchasing
art.
their art.
art.
And so you can
Absolutely.
purchase their art during the crawl
Yes.
And the
and
week after as well.
And
and the week
after.
after because the art will be there for a whole week.
Mhm.
And you will see it in the store. So somebody come to my store and they say, well, I want that picture. They go to you at Hetzel and say, I want picture, and will they have numbers or
Yeah.
some kind of identification or whatever? And then they will pay for it through Hetzel Art Studios.
Or through
Or-
Good
yeah.
Grace. Yeah,
We're-
both of us are
Okay.
taking care of the sales.
Okay, so either one, they can come to either one of y'all, or even at the end of that night, they say they want such and such. Do they need to leave the art up until the end of the crawl if they decide to buy?
Yeah. Right.
So what happens
can
if
do-
somebody comes from out of town and they want to buy some of the art?
That's a good question. I would say it would be perfectly fine to take it home.
Sure.
If it was me at our gallery, we do that. If they're from out of town, they're free to take it that evening.
Yeah,
For the night, on the night
Yeah,
of the crawl,
the night
yeah.
of the
the-
crawl.
yeah,
Right.
and it just not be there the next week, but that's
Yes.
okay. People would understand that, you know, if
Yes,
somebody, if
absolutely.
Beverly wants to buy art from Alabama, and
Yeah.
I'm laughing because
Yeah.
Beverly is a down home girl redneck kind of. Anyway, she does a lot of quilting, but not a lot of art. But he might find something she likes.
You never know.
So maybe I'll get to see Connie and Beverly that weekend. That'd be so cool. So, hey, Connie, there's wine.
There's lots of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, press is donating the wine to the event, or as part of the tickets go to
It's-
press?
Yeah, that's part of the.
Well, they're
sales.
definitely giving us a great deal.
They're,
Right.
they're
So-
maybe
Yes.
doing it at cost or
Correct.
something. But that's good of them. So, we have more to talk about, more time. about
And we got about like 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Tell us just a little bit about each of your business and how to contact you and what kind of things, are you still looking for vendors? For
Are
your,
you looking at me?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
I don't have vendors.
So I'm with Grit and Grace.
She has artists.
Yeah, you're right. I'm with Grit and Grace. We actually are full right now, but we have opportunities for people to get on a waiting list to be inside
Okay.
the store. So we, like I said, we had over 80 vendors. We kind of describe our vendors under 3 categories: vintage, artisan, or boutique. And so if they fit under one of those 3 categories, they're usually a good fit for the store. And so what we just tell people is on our website, gritandgrace.com, gritandgracemarket.com, there's a way to apply for it. And that has all the information on the site. It allows us to get to know a little bit about them and check out some of their work and see if it would be a good fit for the store. And so there's, vendors are coming and going at times, so spots open up and we try to fill those as quick as possible.
and you buy food at your door?
We do have food. It's not the kind that's already prepared, but it would be things that are already prepackaged and things that you wouldn't, not like a meal that's being prepared in front of you. So,
But you
it's
could come
almost
in and
like
get
a store.
a bag of chips or something if you were famished and decided, well, I'm going to do this, but before I go eat dinner, or you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to,
We don't. Well, we have some of the best pimento cheese you'll ever eat. We got that.
where's
in the
that
store.
from?
It's called The Chef and His Wife. He's from Chattanooga, but
Oh.
he's in Food City stores all up and down the East Coast. But he's also in our store as well, too.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
You could bring. And we have Lisa Jarvis joined us, and she's with Well, my mind just went totally blank. Cortex Computers, right down the street, right in the corner from
Oh,
us.
okay, yeah.
They moved in those office spaces down there. So, hello, Lisa. She waved at me on the Facebook. So what about you? Do you have any more art space, or do you have more events coming up?
Yes.
Are you booked all the way next year, or?
We're booked up for solo shows. And theme shows. We do have a little bit of availability, maybe 1 or 2 pop-up shows available for late November, early December. I could probably fit 2 in. Pop-up shows are really cool. We just started them a couple months ago for emerging artists or artists we couldn't fit in, like this year for a solo show. They come in the afternoon, do literally that. We have a wall built, and they pop up the art, and it's for like 4 or 5 hours during the day, and invite your friends and family, and open to the public, and it goes down that night or the next morning.
Okay. So you have a couple, if somebody was interested, they could
Yes.
come and talk to you about
Correct.
doing a
Or
pop-up.
call, or text, or email. Yeah.
And you just put in Hetzel Art Studios, you could find it everywhere,
Yeah.
Facebook and
Yeah.
phone and everywhere.
Yeah, so we don't have a theme show. We've had a theme show like every month since we've opened, but we don't have a theme show in November. It worked out because we have the crawl. So the film noir show that we had a few weeks ago will be up through the crawl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's going a month and a half instead of just a month.
Yes, yes.
Well, that'll be good.
But we have a solo show. It's actually a joint show. It's coming up in, I just booked it. Their names are Forrest and Caitlin. Don't have last names, but they're incredible. They're from Lee University, and they'll be having a solo show on Saturday, November 21st. And we'll be having an artist discussion, which will be really great. They're doing mixed media, paintings, and some sculpture. It's going to be a really cool show. And then in December, we have a big theme show. December 14th will be Bits and Pieces,
Well, that's neat.
which is a really cool theme that could include little stuff. You know, last year around Christmas, we did a show called Tiny Art. And it was really fun because a lot of us artists, we're used to doing, 2D art and paintings, but it really brought out our inner crafter. We're all crafty, so
Yeah.
we made a lot of little sellable stuff, hand painted oil paintings on little brooches or ornaments or,
So if you can get
handmade
something-
watercolor cards. And it was just a really great show. And I didn't want to do tiny art again. Bits and Pieces was perfect. I thought of sculptures and just different interpretations, and having the theme shows without telling them what it means. It could be interpretive or literal. We get such a diverse art. So when people go, what does it mean? What do you want me to make? I will say, what does it mean to you? You figure it out. And that's how you get the best art.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we appreciate you coming, and tell the audience once again who you are, where you're from, real quick, and we've got about 3 more minutes.
I was going to say, with the themed art shows, it's open to all artists. You can submit. All you got to do is come down and talk to us, show us the work or some examples of your work. We'll see if it can fit. You fill out a submission form, but it's open to all local artists in the surrounding areas.
Okay, so you are
Beth
Hetzel with,
Hetzel Art Studios and Gallery.
and
It's,
she's on First Street Square,
Right next to Ever After Bridal,
and across the way from me.
and across the way from you.
Yep. And
And I'm Brandon Miles with Grit and Grace and the Old Woolen Mill. My wife Melody and I are the owners of that. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram under Grit Grace Market.
And us, we're on all social media as well under Hetzel Art Studios.
yes, and both places are awesome, and you can't go in 5 minutes and see everything.
That's true.
You
That is
have to
true.
go. You have to go in and take a while. I haven't been into the either place for a while, so I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe Sunday I can get over there to Vic and Grace, because they do have that open house this week. Hours again on the open house.
Okay, so Friday is 6 to 9 o'clock. That's an evening one. Saturday is going to be our normal hours, 10 to 6, and then Sunday it's 2 to 6.
So 2 to 6 on Sunday.
Right.
Okay. And do you wear masks? Not wear masks?
Yeah,
whatever somebody...
We don't require masks at the store, but it is, I mean, for those who prefer to wear masks, there are going to be a lot of people in the store during that weekend, so bring one if you feel more comfortable that way. We'll probably be wearing them at times too, but because we're expecting to be a lot of people in the store. But, it's going to be a lot of fun. The good thing is we're a big store. So
yeah, 10,000 square foot or something like that. Yeah. That's like 4 of my stores almost. Or 3.5 of my stores. And I think mine's big. So, and your regular hours?
Our regular hours are Tuesday through Friday from noon until 6, and Saturday 12 to 4, unless we have a show. If we have a show, then we're usually open from 12 until the show's over at 9.
Right. And next week, we will have the artist eye, Isaiah Bayless. And I'm excited, and I don't know what he's going to bring, but he's got all kinds of neat stuff, and he is... Does he have stuff in yours too?
He had a pop-up show. Was it last month? No, before.
I think it was months ago.
Yeah. But yeah, he shows regularly. He has a piece for Film Noir right now. It's amazing.
Okay, and he's got stuff in the Artists Here Partnership gallery in the museum, and then he's got stuff at yours.
Exactly.
So he's getting
going
around.
places.
He is, yeah. He's got some big ideas for downtown too. He'd love to try to figure out as well. So.
That's part of my surprise.
Did I?
Part of my surprise. No, part of my surprise.
Okay.
So we will talk about it next week, and we will see you all. And thank you all very much. Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Radio Vixen. And we will see you tomorrow on the Lunch Bucket.
Yep.
Thank you.